is blowing the dog off the chain again today for like 3 days now. The port has been closed. We're thinking it might be open tomorrow because the shrimp boats are getting their ice over here now. The trucks bring the ice and shred it onto their boats. We are going to cycle to the hospital, local hospital this morning. I'm trying to, the doctor that I did my colonoscopy with last week wants me to donate my own blood because there's no O negative blood here, and just in case I need blood to remove the polyp that they found last week. It's non-cancerous, so it's all good, but I have to go donate my own blood because it's O negative, and Mexico does not have any for me. But we're on our way there again. We've been there once, and we're going to go back there again and see if everything is organized, because the paperwork I brought last week was not sufficient enough. Here we go! Military truck! We are waiting for a social worker to come out and talk to us. About an hour later, enjoying this view, a social worker comes out and gets me. We're still figuring out the paperwork here in the hospital. I think it's almost in order, and I think it's going to be tomorrow for blood donation day. Okay, finally out of the hospital. What time is it? Do you know, Andrew? No idea what time it is, but I know we're both hungry. It finished raining here, so at least it's dried up for us and the wind's changed, so maybe we'll have a tailwind back home. It's been at least 2 hours here. Supposedly the doctor's secretary kept on filling out the forms incorrectly, kept on making mistakes. We've been sitting around trying to deal with that. It's been crazy. So now we're going to go home. It sounds like I have to come back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and then talk to another doctor who will input stuff into a computer. And possibly or not, I will donate blood tomorrow, but maybe not. They just said it was a good thing my blood work was really good and I have good veins. So maybe we'll do it, but we don't know. Back at the marina in the boat. See what happens tomorrow. It's a dry, windy ride. Had a couple little raindrops spitting on us. The steep descent into the docks. Woo! Gotta kind of do a squat while I'm going down. It's like a ladder. Quiet, cold morning here in Puerto Penasco. It's 8 degrees and we are going to ride to the hospital. I may be getting my blood taken today. I may be not. All I know is I'm meeting with a doctor to do the input into the computer, and if they decide they'll take my blood is another story. There's our morning. Finally no wind after a few days of blowing over 25 knots in here. We lost a few things overboard. Even our barbecue cover blew off and it left us. So we're at the hospital. It looks like it's hurry up and wait. All the people behind me are also waiting to go in. That's what it's like here in Puerto Penasco. Sure wish I knew a little bit more Spanish. This is pretty tough communicating with each other. 2 hours later, it's finally my turn to see the doctor. Good morning. I'm going to give you a little brief summary of what we've had to go through this week, what I've had to go through this week in order to try to give blood to myself for my own surgery. So after we finally got into the hospital and waited, I saw the doctor and he gave me this, asked the weirdest questions, and pretty well I got a free physical out of it. I mean, he asked about my teeth. He looked between my toes and my fingers. I think he was looking for needle marks. That's the weirdest question that had nothing to do with me giving blood for myself. So I thought anyways. And then I found out that they couldn't do it that day. So they said Monday. Today's Saturday. So they said Monday the 1st of, that would be well, somewhere around March 1st that I could give blood to myself, so come in and do it then. And then after I give blood, my blood has to be sent to the hospital in Hermosillo to get tested and then sent back here before I can even pick it up for my surgery. And my surgery is supposed to be Thursday, so they said a minimum of 2 weeks, and that just wasn't going to work. We weren't sure what to do, so I just said, okay, let's just go through the process and start it. And we came back and called the doctor, and the doctor is just like, oh, it's just so hard to give blood here. No wonder why they need blood in Mexico. I mean, they're dying for blood, and when you donate blood, there's one person at a time going in. They're about a half an hour talking to the doctor beforehand, and it's crazy. If they want blood, they need to figure out a little bit better of a system. So the doctor said, forget it, but he said, I got to tell you what could happen. Of course, they've got to tell us the bad. If you start bleeding, we don't have blood for you because your blood's rare and we can't get it. And then I finally said, okay, if I was your daughter, what would you tell me to do? And he said, I would tell you to go home to Canada and have it done because you'll have everything you need there. And so getting a little more stressed out at that time, he just said, okay, take the weekend and think about it. So that was yesterday, Friday. And I stayed here, and Andrew went to the boatyard to help a cruiser friend put a spoke back in his bike wheel because it broke. And as he was doing that, he was telling him what's going on with me. And our friend Jake, you've seen him on the boat. Jake's helped us pull our boat in and out, Jake and Paloma from SV Serena. He said, oh, hey, I'm O negative. I can go with you to the surgery to donate blood if you need it. And so Andrew comes back and tells me that. Oh, what a relief that was. So after all that, Jake is going to come with us on Thursday to Caborca, which is about 3 hours away, to my surgery. So if I do need blood during the surgery, he will donate it for me. Isn't that great? Cruisers up here are wonderful. I mean, I just can't believe this. See, possible he could have just, saved my life. I don't know if I was going to go through it anyways and have it here without the blood, but, just don't know. Well, I don't think I was going to. That was leaning that way. I was going to go back home. And so now all is good. He's coming with us, and we're going Thursday early morning. My surgery's at noon. So stay tuned next week, and we'll let you know how it all went and what happened. Yeah. Thanks for watching this video all about me, but that's all that was happening the last 2 weeks. I was just trying to get this stuff organized before we left Puerto Penasco. It's important. Andrew's all done this all for him, and now it was time for me to do it for me. And I'm glad that I did. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you next week. Bye.